Hi everyone, it's your girl Tina Olise. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I am going to be showing you how I make clove oil. But before then, do not forget to click on that subscribe button and turn on your post notification by clicking on that bell icon. So first of all, what you're going to be needing is your cloves. You can either make use of grounded cloves or whole cloves. As you can see, I'm going to be making use of whole cloves, but you can choose to use grounded cloves or ground these whole cloves. Also, I'm going to be making use of olive oil. You can choose to use any oil. You could choose to use coconut oil, avocado oil, or any other oil at all that you have, but I prefer to use penetrating oils for this because of I'm going to be majorly using this as my PREPOO oil. This is about 50 ml of oil. The next thing I'm going to be making use of is a dark bottle, or you can use a dark jar. I'm going to be using this to store my oil once I'm done making my oil. Now let's make our clove oil. You're going to start up by heating up water and then placing a bowl, a clean bowl. I prefer to use a stainless bowl because using a plastic bowl would actually melt. Then I would pour my olive oil. This is around 50 to 60 ml of olive oil. Then I will turn off my heat and wait for my oil to heat up. I left this to heat up for about 5 to 10 minutes, I think less than that, but just make sure at some interval you're actually checking your oil. You don't want it to be so hot. You're not cooking your oil, you are just trying to warm it up. This is the double boiling method. So now I take down my warm oil, and while my oil is still warm, I pour in my whole cloves. If you're using grounded cloves, you can still pour it in like that. This is about 2 tablespoons of cloves. So I'll use my spoon to make sure that I soak the cloves into the oil. No matter the quantity of oil and cloves you want to use, make sure that the oil would actually be enough and sufficient to cover all the whole cloves. You don't want to be using more cloves and less oil. So now you can see how my cloves are totally immersed in my oil. The more the cloves you use, the more the potency of the oil. The less the cloves you use, the less the potency. So I'm going to be transferring this into my dark bottle. You can use a dark jar or any bottle or container that is actually dark. Why I choose to use a dark jar is actually because I'm storing it and don't want sunlight to affect it. And while pouring this, I realized that my cloves weren't able to pass through, so I decided to look for another jar and poured out my cloves. So now this jar is way bigger and would actually allow the cloves to get in compared to my first jar. But if you're using ground cloves, you can use this first jar. So now I'm pouring in my cloves without actually using a funnel because I didn't have any. And now I had to scoop in my cloves into my dark bottle, my second bottle actually. And this is my cloves. If you can see this, the level of oil is above the level of cloves. That's how your oil is supposed to be. Your cloves are not supposed to be more than your oil. And now I'm going to be shaking this together to help start up, a reaction or something like that. To me, this would help the cloves and the oil to start interacting so the oil can actually extract the cloves' properties. After 2 weeks of storing my clove oil, I'm going to be transferring it into this dropper bottle. This is where I'll be using it, and pour new oil into the old cloves. So that's it on making clove oil. So you can use your clove oil while you do your PREPOO. You can add it to your PREPOO. I have a video of how I do my PREPOO, and because I wasn't going to use the clove immediately, so I didn't make a video of it. So you can check out how I do my PREPOO. You can also add your cloves to your deep conditioning. I'm going to add the link of all these videos down in the description box. You can check that out. So don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and turn on your post notification by clicking on that bell icon to get notified anytime I upload a new video. I still remain your girl Tina Olise, your #1 natural educator.